Guys, it's Brian with Turp Mechanic. At the end of winter, lawns everywhere look horrible. Look at this. This is my backyard right now. It is very common for lawn owners, no matter where you live, it could be down south, it could be out west, it could be up north, and it could be any grass type. People everywhere wonder, did my lawn die, or did parts of my lawn die over the course of winter? And if it did die, what do we do about it? So here is my standard rule of thumb answer, which applies to the vast majority of people. No, your lawn didn't die. There might be a little bit of death, winter kill in the lawn, but most people are not experiencing enormous or significant amounts of winter kill. What you're seeing back here in my lawn is two different grass types. I can't point behind me. The green stuff is cool season grasses. Some of those grasses are annual grasses. And then the brown stuff is warm season grasses. So depending on the grass types that you have in your lawn, if you've got multiple varieties, some of the grass types are going to green up and start growing before other grass types. So although I don't really want to have competing grass types in my backyard, I do. Mostly because I've got dogs back here and I just don't do a lot of yard care back here. I can't keep the dogs off the lawn to make it a great lawn, so I haven't prioritized that. So I have to deal with this, and it's not a big deal. Cool season grass types are usually going to warm up and green up. I mean, they'll warm up the same speed, but they're going to green up roughly, give or take, a month before the warm season grasses. So 30 days from now, everything that you see back here is most likely going to be green. Now, competing grass types is not the only reason why some grass looks like it is dead at the end of winter. Fungal diseases can attack lawns at the end of winter, regardless of your grass type or where you live. Many warm season grasses will get dead patches in the lawn going into spring. Same thing as cool season grasses that are going to be probably dealing with snow mold or other kinds of fungal diseases. Many of these fungal diseases, not all, are only damaging leaf tissues. So if you can jump on this early in the season, like sometimes even before spring happens towards the end of winter, let's call it the 1st of March, if you're able within those first couple weeks of March to get out into the lawn and rake up all of the grass that has some snow mold on it, cut it off with the lawnmower, bag it, get it off of the lawn, then all of the crowns and the rest of the grass underneath are able to recover just fine. Snow mold in particular is literally just a leaf tissue disease. Now, if you let it go forever, then it's going to have a larger impact on your lawn, but typically the grass will recover. Warm season grass types, if you can cut a lot of that stuff out and allow and wait for soil temperatures and air temperatures to warm up, warm season grasses of all varieties self-repair. There is not a single warm season grass out there that does not self-repair. So if this right here was a completely warm season grass type and I had a little bit of fungal disease that was killing off small patches, I would still not worry about it at all. I would not put grass seed down. I would literally just cut off as much of the bad stuff as I possibly could and start fertilizing it after soil temperatures got to the point where good, healthy grass was able to grow. All of the bad stuff would die off, but all of the good stuff would slowly ease into the bad areas and repair the damage on its own. So maybe a little bit of fertilizer, but that's really all it takes for the average situation. Certainly there are some extreme situations, but those are not going to be common. Fungicides this time of year, I don't believe in really most of the year, but certainly in the early parts of the season, you're not going to cure very many fungal disease issues with fungicides. When they are used appropriately, they are best used as a preventative measure. Now, the third main reason why you might be experiencing winter kill or be concerned that some of your grass is dying off at the end of winter is because of mulching down. And that mulching could have happened because of leaf fall from trees in the late parts of fall or the early parts of winter. Or really, I suppose, any time of the winter. If you've got a lot of matted leaves on the ground, you're going to get isolated patches where your grass will have literally been snuffed out. The leaves go down and then snow and ice go on top of that and everything just snuffs out, like it just mulches everything down. It's not going to kill everything. It almost never kills a widespread area, but you will have localized patches. So if you live in a cool season area running a fescue or a perennial ryegrass, or maybe a Kentucky bluegrass, but the fescues and the rye, they don't spread. So if you have isolated patches that have been killed off by getting mulched down by leaves, then those areas are not going to recover. You will have tillering from the surrounding grass that is healthy and will start growing, and it will, I don't want to call it spread, but it will encroach on the dead spot, but it's never going to fill it back in. That's going to be an overseeding project that you're going to have to undertake either in the springtime if it's terrible, or at the end of summer if those thin spots are on the smaller side. In some cases, if you left your grass really tall at the end of fall and you had a whole bunch of snow on it and you're not experiencing snow mold, then you still are probably going to have to worry a little bit about some grass die-off, because grass blades will fall over on themselves and they will literally mulch themselves down. So again, dealing with that situation is not that big of a deal, especially if you start early in the season, in the month of March, before winter technically ends. This video up here is all about what to do at the end of winter. It is the 10 steps in order of spring lawn care. The first step is always before proper spring starts. Please watch that video next.